Hello, dears. Hope you are fine. I welcome you all to my geography class once again. So, this video will be the continuation video of the last video that we made. It is socioeconomic impact on destination country. So, today we'll be discussing on the impact of migration on the home country. So, we'll be discussing some positive, negative impact as well as the concept of brain drain. Now you see the positive impact on home country. Suppose migrant living from India to Canada. So what kind of impact does India faces? Right? What kind of positive impact that India experienced due to the people living from their country to the more developed countries? First of all, remittances. Now remittances, it is also known that migration sends a lot of money back to their home countries to support their families. So that is a massive flow of foreign exchange of fund that the local government and families can tap into for development and economic growth, right? So most of the migrants, when they are going to developed countries, obviously they will be sending money back to their home countries. Okay, so this will also boost the economy of the home country because it will obviously support the GDP of the home countries. Secondly, there will be better job prospect for the locals. So when the young people or the youth leaves, there is a less pressure for the job, and people are more likely to find something to do. Obviously the local people will be more benefited because of the people leaving from the home country to the destination countries, so they'll be getting more vacancies of job, right? So number 3, knowledge and skill flow. So migrant often brings to their home country new idea, skills and knowledges that they have acquired from the you know from the countries from where they have traveled to the countries from where they traveled. So many business, farm practices and economic ventures have been started by the people who got ideas and knowledge during the time they spent in migration. Suppose they have gone to some country where they learned different techniques of doing farming, different techniques of in the field of, so say in the field of agriculture or in the field of say technology. They have learned many ideas, and when they come back to their home country, obviously they will be experiencing all they will be utilizing those experience in their home countries. So obviously the home country will be benefited by this. Now this were some of the positive impact of the migration on the home countries. Now we'll see what are the negative impact of migration on the home country. Now first of all, there will be loss of skilled labor. The biggest negative impact on the country of exists perhaps in the fact that young graduates, they can be skilled labor and professional, leave to offer their services to the other countries. So in many developing countries like doctors, nurses, engineers and very bright professionals are lost to the other countries. This phenomena is also termed as brain drain. So basically this is a very serious condition, serious situation to a home country when experienced doctors and nurses or engineers, they leave their country to the other country to give the service to the other countries. There will be a lot of loss in terms of education, in terms of medical aspects, in terms of constructions to the home countries. Secondly, population and market. Now business do better with bigger markets and more buyers. So a growing and healthy population often provides the needed market for economic growth and development. So when this youth leaves, the population declines, thereby demand for some goods and services will also fall, right? So basically population determines the demand for the good. So all this population, if they migrate to the foreign countries or to the other countries, then demand for the goods and services will also reduce. This is the second negative impact of the migration. Thirdly, there will be impact on social and some social aspect, like the family will be affected due to migration. Now when parents leave, there are some parents, they work abroad, So when their parents leave, children and other dependents in their family will suffer, and they lose out the important psychological development that they need for good parenting. So if their parents are not there at home, then obviously this dependent children's and say dependent population at home or at family will be affected more. So many of the children are exposed to social vices, like they are exposed to criminal activities like taking drugs at very early age. So because there is no one to control them, there is no one to give a parental control to these children's at home, right? So these are some of the negative impact of migration on the home country. Now let us discuss about brain drain in very short. Now, as I already told you, what is brain drain? Brain drain means when professional doctors, nurse, engineers, and say well-educated people, when they migrate to the foreign countries, this situation is known as brain drain, right? So brain drain can be described as the process in which a country loses its most educated and talented workers to the other countries through migration. So this trend is considered as problem because the most highly skilled and competent individuals leave the country and contribute their expertise to the economy of the other country, not to the home countries. So brain drain is a loss of, for the academic and technological labor force through the moving of human resource to more favorable geographic, economic, or professional environments. So usually the movement occurs from developing countries to the more developed countries or areas, right? So this is what brain drain means. Now, what is the reason behind this trend? Like why brain drain is taking place? Now, there are various causes for brain drain, but they differ depending on the countries that's experiencing it. The main causes includes seeking employment, or for seeking for higher payment jobs, choosing for political stabilities, and to seek better quality of life. Now, causes of brain drain can be categorized broadly into uh, categories like push factors and pull factors. Now, push factors, obviously these are negative factors. Pull factors is a positive factor of the developed countries. Now, push factors are negative characteristics of a home country that becomes the reason for the intelligent people migrating from the lesser developed countries to the more developed countries. So, in addition to the unemployment and political instability, some other push factors are also are the absence of research facilities, employment discriminations, economic underdevelopment, lack of freedom, and poor working conditions. These are some of the other push factors that also contribute to accelerate the trend of brain drain. Now, the pull factors are the positive factors, as I already told you. Okay, these are the positive characteristics of the developed countries from which the migrant would like to benefit, like higher paying job. In the developed countries, they have higher paying jobs and a better quality of lives are some of the pull factors. There are other pull factors that include superior economic outlook, the prestige of the foreign trainings, relatively stable political environment of the foreign countries, modern educational system to allow for superior training, intellectual freedoms. Okay, so these are other pull factors. So there may be other factors, some of which can be specialized to country or even to an individual, right? So these are some of the pull factors and push factors which attract people, or which forces or attract people to move or to leave their countries. Okay, to leave their countries, more expert or more intelligent and more qualified people to leave their countries. Now, what are the effects of brain drain on the home country? So, if an expert or more qualified or professional people migrate from the home country to the destination country, so what are the effects that a home country experience? So, when brain drain is prevalent in a developing countries, there may be some negative impacts like loss of potential failure entrepreneurs. There will be a shortage of quality skilled workers, loss of confidence in economy, which will also cause person to desire to leave rather than to stay. Loss of innovative ideas and loss of country's investment in education, loss of critical health and education service. So these are some of the effects that a country has to face when their professional doctors, engineers, teachers migrate to the more developed countries, right? So brain drain is usually described as a problem that need to be looked into. However, there are benefit that can be derived from the phenomena. That means from brain drain also you can get some benefit. Like when people move from less developed country to the more developed countries, they learn some new skills and expertise which can be utilized to to the advantage of the home economy once they return back to their home country. Another benefit is remittances. As I already told you, the migrants send money, they earn back to their home country. They can help the country's economy. The drawback of brain drain are more than its benefits. Obviously, we should not practice this. The government should take some lucrative ways so that their people can be held back to their own country, not instead of moving to the foreign land, right? So this is how these are the government should take some initiative so that their people can stay within their country and can serve their own country for the benefit of their own home countries. I hope you have understood the concept of brain drain, causes of brain drain, and the meaning of brain drain. So, the rest topic we'll be discussing in the next class. That is, we have some famous migration we'll be discussing on this topic in the later class. Thank you all of you for watching the video.